This is Randall Stewart, Director of Athletic Communications at Newberry College, and you're listening to Inside Blitz with Levon Kirkland.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Inside Blitz with Levon Kirkland, and this is our South Carolina college football preview. And today, one of our first guests is Randall Stewart from Newberry College. Randall, how are you doing, sir?
Doing well. Thanks so much for having me, Levon.
Thank you so much for coming on. Now, as always, I like to throw in a icebreaker question. Are you ready for it? Before we get into the meat and potatoes. You ready? All right.
Yes, sir.
Here we go. The zombie apocalypse is coming. Who are three current players you want on your team?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Tyler Anderson from the offensive line, Bobby Irby, wide receiver, can help me outrun him, and Keto Jordan, he'll hit him pretty hard for me.
You sound like you got a good team there.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for being such a good sport. Our first question is, could you give us a brief summary of the upcoming season?
Yeah, Newberry's got a lot of people back. A few key losses on defense, but I believe it's 8 returning starters on the defensive side of the ball. We're expecting the defense to lead us this year, and that's going to start with Keto Jordan, defensive end senior from Columbia. The offense has a few more question marks. The big key is going to be the quarterback play, I think. Dre Harris out of Malden, he's a redshirt sophomore, played a lot at the QB position this year last year, and he's solidified himself in preseason practice as the number one guy at quarterback. That's going to be kind of the big key this year is the quarterback play. Experienced offensive line coming back, got some playmakers at wide receiver and running back. It's going to be the quarterback play that's going to determine how this season goes for Newberry.
Excellent. Now, one of the other questions I want to ask you, if I was visiting Newberry, what is one of the games you would really suggest that we would come to?
I think, honestly, the game against UVA-Wise on October 12th. UVA-Wise is in their first season in the SAC this year, so it's a new conference matchup, and that's our homecoming game. Homecoming at Newberry is pretty special. The Newberry tailgate scene is really, really good. The pageantry around homecoming is really fun. The town really comes out to support the team. It's going to be one of those games that's going to be absolutely packed. Setzler Field will be rocking that day. It's a 4 p.m. kick, and that's the one that I would suggest.
Okay, it sounds like a really good game. So, could I get a ticket? Free ticket?
Oh, we can absolutely work that out. Absolutely.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Mike, you have any questions?
Yeah, Randall, you had a remarkable player over the last few years in Jamarcus Henderson. How does the team plan on replacing the production that Jamarcus Henderson provided? And given this guy's production was pretty much as good as anybody in the country, no matter what conference he was in.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's easy to replace the kind of production that Jamarcus provided. I mean, he ended his career top 20 in the history of Division II football in tackles for loss. Just an incredible player. But we do feel pretty good about the defensive end spot. Keto Jordan, who I mentioned, is poised to have a huge year this year. Tyran Dixon is going to anchor things in the middle. He's an experienced player that could have a breakout year as well. So like I said, I mean, you can't really replace that type of production and that type of leader off the field, but they do feel pretty good that it's a very deep unit this year at the defensive line.
Okay. Could you tell our fans what kind of coach Todd Knight is? If we're not familiar with Coach Knight, could you give us a brief summary about Coach Knight?
Coach Knight, to me, is an incredible motivator, and that's where his strengths lie. Coach Knight is a good old boy from Lancaster, South Carolina. The way I always describe him is the only thing he loves more than football is people.
Okay.
And he is a master motivator of that team. He's a defensive-minded coach. He played linebacker at Gardner-Webb and was a defensive coordinator for many years before taking over the head job at Newberry. So he's a defensive-minded guy, tough, a little old school. But he is tremendous at getting those guys motivated, and that to me is what sets him apart from other coaches that I've seen.
Oh, cool. That's very good information. Now, hey, Randall, we really want to thank you for all your time and energy. But one more question before you go. How's the best way fans can follow the program and how to get tickets?
Well, we've always got updated information on NewberryWolves.com. You can also check out our Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram pages at Newberry Sports. And for tickets, you can either order tickets online or you can call our ticket office at 803-321-5152.
Well, Randall, we really appreciate it again. Thank you so much for coming on board. I hope you guys have a great season this year.
Go Wolves.
Thanks so much, Levon.
Have a good one, Randall. We appreciate the time.
All right, Mike. You have a good one.
Thank you.